Good evening, students.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
Good evening, guys. First of all, sorry for what happened in last session. All of your network was disconnected. I am unable to connect it again. So we are discussing what we are discussing, guys. Anyone, Vaishnavi, can you brief what we are discussing? We are in the middle of we are discussing basic proportionality theorem, and we gave the proof. After this, we says from the basic proportionality theorem, we can able to prove this one. That's the meaning of it. It's like from the basic proportionality theorem. What it says, if a line DE is parallel to BC, in basic proportionality theorem, line which is divides into two parts, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. But here, he's talking about AD by AB. The total length will be also the same ratio. AD by AB is equal to AE by AC, and DB by AB is equal to AC. This is what we are discussing. Is it clear? Shall we start again from here?
Yes, sir.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Now you will be able to hear, man, clearly. Still is breaking.
So now
Sir,
I'm
it's
able
clear
to.
now, sir.
Let's see when I'm sharing how it will be. I don't know why only with you in the problem. Not
Sir,
getting
when
any
you
kind
start
of- Now,
presenting,
is it
your
clear?
voice is breaking, sir.
Sorry.
Sir, when you start presenting, your voice was breaking, sir.
Now still it is
Now
breaking.
better, sir.
Sir, now it is.
Yeah. So I think I explained the statement of this corollary last week. Only the thing is understanding. We have to prove now. This whole length will be in the proportion of AD, and this whole length will be in the proportion of AE, and also with DB and EC. Let's see. First, apply the basic proportionality theorem here. If I am applying the basic proportionality theorem, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. That is the basic proportionality theorem. AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. AE by EC. So what is the reason here? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC from the basic proportionality theorem. Now I want to prove this statement with the help of this statement. With the help of basic proportionality theorem, I have to prove. And reciprocating on both sides. If I am considering this is equation 1, from equation 1, On taking reciprocals, we get, if I'm taking reciprocals, what I will get from the equation 1, guys? Anyone? If I'm taking reciprocals, what I will get? I will get dB by AD is equals AE by EC. So add 1 on both sides. Add number 1.
Sir,
Add
it will
one.
be EC by AE, no, sir.
Yeah, correct. EC by AE. Add 1 on both sides. So if I'm adding 1 on both sides, dB by AD plus 1 is equal to EC by AE plus 1. If I'm taking LCM, I will get dB plus AD divided by AD is equal to EC plus AE divided by AE. Suppose if I'm taking the line AB, it is intersecting at E. So it's intersecting at D, DS. It's intersecting at D. So what is the value of AD plus DB? This plus this is equal to AB only now. What is the value of AE plus EC? E is the point in between A and C, then it is equal to AC. If I am using these two equations here, what I will get, guys? I will get DB plus AD is AB. So AB by AD is equal to AC by AE. This is my first equation to prove. This is what I have to prove. See here. This is what I have to prove. Is it clear? Now, I want second one. So the whatever the proof I got, that I'm considering as the second equation. I'm considering as the second equation. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the second equation, first equation, divide equation 1 with equation 2. Divide equation 1. What is equation 1? The equation 1 is from the basic proportionality theorem. AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. With equation 2. What is equation 2? AB by AD is equal to AC by AE. This is my equation 2. AD by AB. No, not equation 2, guys. AB by AD. I'm taking the reciprocal of equation 2. This reciprocal. AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. So this equation I'm taking here, not this one. Sorry, guys. So AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. So if I'm dividing like this, what I will get? Take care of the equations. AD by DB divided by AD by AB is equal to AE by EC divided by AE by AC. AE cancel, AD cancel. So it will remain 1 by DB divided by 1 by AB, which is equal to 1 by EC divided by 1 by AC. So after taking, this will become AB by DB is equal to AC by EC. This is the second proof we require. Is it clear, guys? What is the meaning of corollary? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Shall I move to the converse? What is the meaning of converse? If I am saying the line is parallel to the base of the triangle, this expression is valid. If I am saying the expression is there, then I can say the line is parallel to base. That is a converse of the basic proportionality theorem. If you are clear, I am moving to the converse of the proportionality theorem. How we can write as a statement? This is a, you can call as this is a second theorem. This is a second theorem. This theorem is called converse of basic proportionality theorem. Converse of basic proportionality theorem. So converse, whatever the input is the proof here, you have to prove whatever the output in the basic proportionality theorem is input here. So what is the output? If a line divides any two sides of a triangle, if a line divides any two sides of a triangle, any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio. Previous case we have to prove it should be in the same ratio. Here they are giving it is in the same ratio. It is dividing in the same ratio. Then the line is parallel to third side. Parallel to the third side. This is a converse. That means here you have to prove this one. You have to prove is dividing. Need to prove. This is you have to prove. Guys, will able to hear? Again, voice is breaking. Students, please.
Sir, it's clear, sir.
Yeah. Now I am taking a triangle. I am taking a line. I don't know whether it is parallel to the third side or not, but it is a line which is dividing AB and AC in the same ratio. It is dividing at D, it is dividing at E. My given data is given a triangle ABC and a line DE intersecting sides AB, intersecting sides AB in the same ratio, AB and AC in the same ratio. Mathematically, this statement can be written as AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. And we have to prove. What I have to prove here? Need to prove. DE is parallel to BC. That is only the statement I have to prove. DE is parallel to BC. Is it clear, guys, what I have to prove here? Students, please.
Yes, sir.
Now, with this data, I have to proceed. How to prove this is parallel? How to prove this is parallel? A small construction I am taking. What construction? I am taking a line. Draw a line from DF parallel to BC, and where DF is intersecting AC at F. So I am taking a line parallel to. So now my construction line is parallel. If I am able to prove the length of EF is 0, that means E and F are not different points. E and F are same points. Then only I can able to explain this one. Then my job is done. If I am able to prove DE is parallel to DF, where D is common point, two lines are parallel to each other and passing through single point, means that represents same line. So if I am able to prove the distance between E and F is 0 or DE and DF is parallel, then my job is done. So if DF is parallel to the BC, DE is also parallel to the BC if both are parallel to each other. So now I'm going to prove. So this is my construction. That's it. This is the diagram. So I'm writing the statements. Statements on one side, reasons on one side. The first statement, you have to give the reasons, guys, why I'm writing. AD by DB is equal to AF by FC. Why? What is the reason here? AD by DB is equal to AF by FC. What is the reason here? Harita? Reason for first step. From basic proportionality theorem.
Sir, it is said by the basic proportionality theorem, sir.
Correct. From the basic proportionality theorem, we constructed a line DF parallel to BC. That's the reason I can write this statement. Now, second statement. AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Why I am writing here? The second is from the given data. You can look into the given data. A is D is dividing. This is given data. The red color whatever is given data. Now, if I look into the first equation, first statement and second statement, LHS of the first statement and LHS of the second statement is same. So my third one is from one equation 1 LHS is equal to equation 2 LHS, statement 2 LHS. So AD by DB can be written as AF by FC is equal to AE by EC. This is from the third statement is from the statements 1 and statement 2. From the statement 1 and statement 2, I am writing the third statement. So from the start statement, I can conclude AF by FC is equal to, sorry, AE by EC is equal to AF by FC. This is the third statement conclusion. The fourth statement, add 1 on both sides for the third statement. AE by EC plus 1 is equal to AF plus AF by FC plus 1. So the fourth statement reason is add 1 on both sides, not equation 1, add 1 on both sides for equation, that statement 3, conclusion of the statement 3. So if I am adding and taking the LCM, what I will get? What is the final conclusion? AE plus EC by EC is equal to AF plus FC by FC. So AE plus EC is how much? AC. So fifth statement, AE plus EC. See here, fifth statement reasons are AE plus EC. E is a point on AC. This is AC. Even F is also a point on AC. AF plus FC is AC. So this can be written as AC by EC is equal to AC by FC. AC is cancelled. Finally, I will get from the conclusion from the fifth statement is how much? These two statements I am writing from the diagram, from figure. just like a numerical. The sixth statement is EC is equal to FC. What is the meaning of EC is equal to FC? Two lines are drawing like this and both the lengths are same. It is possible only when both are parallel to each other, or
Coincident.
it should be coincident. If CC is common and E must be coincident with F, or both the should be parallel. But C is a common point here. So EC is equal to FC. EC is equal to FC. That means I'm saying this is a line. This is from E to C. This is from F to C. EC is equal to FC, and both are on the same line. It is possible only if E should be coincide with F. So cancelling AC, you can take that A, C, E, F. So it is possible if EF is 0, this is only the possible, then we can say DF is parallel to BC, and therefore we can prove DE is parallel to BC. So because DF and DE represent same line, so this is only my required proof. The line DE, which is intersecting both the sides in the same ratio, is parallel to BC. This is only a required proof. Is it clear what is the meaning of converse of this? Rest of all the things based on this only. Rest of all the things, almost all the rest of all the things, we will use these two theorems and we will proceed. Is it clear, guys? If you are clear, I will move to the next one. Guys, is it clear? Student, please
Sir,
respond.
here EC and FC are coinciding, sir.
Yeah, when EC, see, I will explain in this one. The statement I'm taking, how EC and FC is there, how EC and FC you are getting. This is an A line, A, C, E is here, F is here. EC should be equal to FC when it is possible. The length of EC, the length of FC, both are same. Like that I am getting. If I am taking the same ratio, when it is possible. I am saying this length will be equal to this length. Might be it was looking like this when it is possible. Or I'm taking a line. I'm explaining. See here. The last point. This is AC. And there is a point E. There is a point F. When your EC is equal to FC, when it is possible. When it is possible, guys, if E and F must be lie at same point, correct? Must be coincide. Then only this is possible, correct? Or EF must be 0. What is the meaning of EF must be 0? What is the meaning of EF must be 0? Because EC is equal to FC. EC can be written as EF plus FC is equal to FC. FC cancel. EF is equal to 0. The length between E and F is 0. That means both the points are coinciding. Is it clear how we can explain mathematically E and F are coinciding?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm moving to the next theorem. Internal bisector of an angle. Internal bisector of an angle of a triangle. First, we'll look into the statement. This is the third theorem. There is a triangle ABC. There is a triangle ABC. The triangle is having three angles. Angle The internal bisector of an angle of a triangle. I'm writing the statement. Keep it in mind, guys. Statement is very important to understand the entire thing. How to proceed, everything will come from the statement. The internal angle. The meaning of angle bisector means what, guys? The internal angle, internal bisector of an angle. Internal bisector of
It
bisecting.
divides the angle into two equal parts, sir.
Internal bisector of an angle of a triangle. Of a triangle. Internal bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the opposite sides internally in the ratio. Divides the opposite sides internally in the ratio. In the ratio of the sides containing the triangle. In the ratio, sorry, in the ratio of the sides containing the angle. Containing the angle. Containing the angle. That means, suppose if I am dividing A into two equal angles. So this line is meeting the opposite side at D. The D is dividing the BC into two parts. So this angle is dividing exactly into two equal angles. That means angle 1 is equal to angle 2. That is given because angle, if any internal angle is bisecting internally, bisecting internally means that angle is dividing exactly into two parts, two equal parts. Now, come here, what is the given data? What is the given data, guys? Given data is a triangle. A line is dividing one angle into two equal parts. That's it. Triangle ABC and AD is internal bisector of A. That means A is dividing into two equal angles. Bisector of angle A. So that is angle BAD is equal to angle DAC is given. Angle BAD is equal to angle DAC. So what I have to prove? So this AD is dividing the line into two parts. The BC is dividing into BD and DC. What he's saying is the line which is dividing two parts, BD by DC ratio will be equal to the ratio of the two sides which contained this angle. That is AB by AC. This is need to prove. The side, the opposite side is dividing into two parts. The ratio of these two parts is equal to the ratio of the sides contained that bisector angle. Now, I'm taking the construction. Construction. Draw CE. CE is parallel to DA. I have to take a line parallel to DA. This is parallel to DA. The CD is parallel to DA and extend this one. So this is my CE. And I am constructing this triangle in such a way, CE is parallel to DA. Just I am taking a line parallel to AD here at C. Parallel to AD at C, I am drawing in a line. If I am extending BA, it will meet at E. To meet meet BA produced till what it produced at E. Now, if I'm looking from here, my C is the base, DA and C is the parallel to each other. I can apply the basic proportionality theorem. The thing is like this now. B, C, A, E, D. So here AD is parallel to EC, and this angle is same. Angle 1, angle 2, this is angle 4, and this is angle 3. Now I am coming back to the proof. How to do the proof for this? Using this diagram, I have to prove. Now, statements. So, and mark the angles as shown. Mark the angles as shown. Now, statement. Reason. The first statement is angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Why? What is the reason, guys? What is the first statement reason? Alternate angles between the two parallel lines.
Yes, sir.
Alternate angles between two parallel lines.
Yes,
All-
correct, sir. Like EC and AD.
Alternate angles between, yes, EC and AD, where EC is parallel to AD. Like that, the construction I taken. Now, the second point. Angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Why? Angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Corresponding angles 1 and 4 are corresponding angles. Angle 1, angle 4 are corresponding angles between parallel lines AD and EC. Correct? Am I right or wrong, guys?
Right, sir.
Now, angle 1 is equal to angle 2. How? Angle 1 is
Sir,
equal to.
at first.
So AD is internal bisector of A. AD is internal bisector of A. The fourth one. So from these three equations, what I can write? Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. The reason is from statements 1, 2, 3. Am I right or wrong, guys? So angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4 says what? If angle 3 is equal to angle 4, AC is an isosceles triangle. So I can take the fifth one is AC is equal to AE. Fifth one is triangle ACE is an isosceles triangle. Or I can write sides opposite to equal angles of a triangle. Equal angles of a triangle is or equal. So, basic property of the isosceles triangle. If two angles are equal in a triangle, then that is called an isosceles triangle. So, if AC is equal to AE, the sixth point, finally concluding, in triangle EBC, see here, this is a triangle EBC, the whole big triangle I'm taking, and we constructed the line EB is DA is parallel to CE. So this is a triangle. For reference, I'm drawing here A, B, C, D, E, and construction is ADE is parallel to EC. So ADE is parallel to EC or DA is parallel to CE. So using the basic proportionality theorem, what I can write here? Using the basic proportionality theorem, I can write BD by DC. BD by DC will be equal to BA by AE. BA by AE. So this is a line intersecting BE and BC and parallel to EC. So it will divide the sides in the same ratio. So BD by DC is equal to BA by AE. This is not equal symbols. It's a same ratio I'm taking. So I don't want to confuse you with these symbols. Yes. Now,
Sir, can you explain this 6th point once more?
look from here. I'm rotating this triangle like this. Okay. How it will look? It will look like this. This is my B point. This is my C point. And this is my E point. Got it? It is like this. Understood, man, what I'm saying?
Yes,
These,
sir.
and between A, where it is coming, between B and C, there is a point D. This is A. This is looking like this. And my ADE is parallel to CE. My ADE is parallel to CE. Apply the basic proportionality theorem. BD by DC will be equal to BA by AE only, no? Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So BD by DC is equal to AB by AE. What is the reason here? Thales theorem or basic proportionality theorem. I'm applying the basic proportionality theorem. I'm applying basic proportionality theorem. Now, 7th question. 7th point, final conclusion. So BD by DC can be written as AE by AC. Why AE by AC I can write? From point number 5, my AE is equal to AC. My AE is equal to AC. So this is a required statement. BD by DC is equal to AB by AC. If the line is AD is intersecting, like dividing the angle into two equal parts, if it is an internal angle bisector, so the line which is dividing into two parts is in the ratio of the sides containing that angle. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying? Guys, is it clear what I'm saying? This is only you have to prove now. Go back to need to prove. This is only
Yes,
you have to.
yes, sir.
Now I am recollecting all these three theorems at a single place here using the diagrams. Yeah, I am recollecting all the things here in a single place now. The first one is basic proportionality theorem or Thales theorem. What is saying? In a triangle, if a line is parallel to third side, DE is parallel to BC. That means if DE is parallel to BC, then AD by DB is equal to AE by EC, or from its corollary, AB by AD will be equal to AC by AE, or AB by DB will be equal to AC by EC. Anything is same, but this is the main basic proportionality theorem. This is the first theorem. Am I right? So second theorem is This is given. This is from here. If it is given, this I can write. Second is converse. In a triangle, if a line dividing A, B, C, D, E, if a line DE divides AB and AC in such a way AD by DB is equal to AE by EC, then we can say AE is, we can prove or we can say DE is parallel to BC. Is it clear, guys? What is the second theorem? Clear? So try to remember the statements using the diagrams. It will be easy to recollect all the theorems in a single stretch. The next one. If a line is intersecting an interior angle as a internal bisector, if AD is the internal angle bisector, if AD is the internal angle bisector, if AD is the internal angle bisector of a triangle ABC and AD is dividing BD and DC. So if AD is the internal bisector, then we can say the ratio of BD by DC, the line which divides the opposite side, is in the ratio of AB by AC, the ratio of the sides which contained this angle. Is it clear, guys? All the three theorems, how I can remember using the diagrams? Guys, please. Is it clear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
The next one. Theorem number 4. It's look like converse of the previous one, but not exactly. If a line through one vertex of a triangle, if a line passing through one vertex, if a line through one vertex of a triangle divides the opposite sides in the ratio, divides the opposite sides. It's a converse of previous one, converse of third one, opposite sides in the ratio, of other two sides, in the ratio of other two sides. Then the line bisects the angle. Then the line bisects the angle. Bisects the angle at the vertex. So it's exactly converse of even previous. I'm having a triangle like this, and it is dividing the line like this. It is dividing the line. Suppose if I'm taking ABC is a triangle, AD is the line, some passing through one vertex, but it is dividing, AD is dividing the triangle in such a way. BD by DC is equal to AB by BC. That is your given data. Given data is in triangle ABC and D is a point. on BC such that BD by DC is equal to AB by AC. BD by DC is equal to AB by AC. The line passing through the vertex and intersecting its opposite side in such a way, the opposite sides ratio, the opposite side is dividing into two pieces. That ratio is equal to the angles, the sides ratio which is containing that angle. The remaining two sides ratio. So this is a thing. What I have to prove here? What I have to prove here? I have to prove AD is the bisector of angle A. AD is bisector of angle A. That is, angle BAD will be equal to angle DAC. This is the angle bisector. If AD is the angle bisector, then only I can write like this. Construction. What construction? Same as previous construction. Through C, draw CE parallel to DA to meet BA produced at E. BA produced at E. Mark the angles as shown in the figure. Mark the angles. For our convenience, mark the angles as shown. Otherwise, you have to write the whole angle names. So I'm taking the triangle. This is line intersecting at D, B, C, A. I'm extending this line and I'm taking a line parallel to AD from C. From C, I'm taking a line parallel to AD and which is meeting at C. So my construction makes AD is parallel to EC. So I can apply the basic proportionality theorem for BEC. Yeah. Now, how to prove this one? So I'm marking the angles same as previous question. This is angle 1, this is angle 2, and this is angle 3, and this is angle 4. If I am able to prove angle 1 is equal to angle 2, that is my conclusion answer. So statements and reason. Statement. So the first statement I am taking, observe the diagram in triangle, the bigger triangle, EBC, the whole triangle I am taking, and DA is parallel to EC. Then I can apply the basic proportionality theorem. Using the basic proportionality theorem, BD by DC is equal to BA by AE. The reason is basic proportionality theorem. Basic proportionality theorem. Understood, guys, how I applied the basic proportionality theorem here? This is the EC is parallel to AD. I'm taking the bigger triangle and apply the basic proportionality theorem. Is it clear, guys? Students, how I applied the basic proportionality theorem? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Second point. The second point is BD by DC is equal to AB by AC. This is from given data. The second point reason is given data. Understood? How I wrote BD by DC is equal to AB by AC. That is purely from given. So from these two equations, see here, this is also BD by DC, this is also BD by DC. From above two equations, I can write BA by AE is equal to AB by AC. The reason is from points 1 and 2. From the statements 1 and 2 statements. From 1 and 2 statements. So if I am simplifying the third statement, BA and AB look same. So it is cancelled. AB can cancel. I can get AE is equal to AC. I'm getting AE is equal to AC. What is the meaning of AE? This AE is equal to AC. I'm taking with a different color to understand this one. See here, this AE is equal to AC. If AE is equal to AC, two sides of the triangle are same in length. So automatically angle 3 is equal to angle 4 I can write from this statement. The fourth question is, from this AE is equal to AC. If I'm taking the triangle AEC, this is angle 4, this is angle 3. I can write angle 3 is equal to angle 4. The fourth one reason is angles of opposite equal sides, isosceles triangle. Angles of opposite equal sides of a triangle are equal. So AE is equal to AC. Opposite to AE is 3, opposite to AC is 4. So angle 3 is equal to angle 4. I can write. The fifth one, angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Why angle 1 is equal to angle 4, guys? Corresponding angles. Because we are taking DA is parallel to CE. Same as sixth question. Angle 2 is equal to angle 3. This is the reason alternate angles from the previous. Alternate angles of DA is parallel to CE. You can look into the diagram, you can identify alternate angles, how it is. So from these two statements, I can write angle 1 is equal to angle 2. That is my sixth statement. 5, 6, 7. This is the seventh statement. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2 from statement 4, 5, 6. So if angle 1 is equal to angle 2, the meaning of what is the meaning of angle 1 is equal to angle 2? That is AD is dividing. AD is the angle bisector of angle A. AD is the angle bisector of angle A. AD is the bisector of angle A. So that is only we have to prove. This is only our proof. Is it clear, guys? What I done? Simple. Here also I am using the basic proportionality theorem and isosceles triangle to explain. Exactly if you compare with the previous theorem, in a reverse process I went. There I am taking angles are equal and I am proving it is parallel. Here if it is parallel, both cases common point is parallel. Construction I am taking like parallel. There the ratio is given. Sorry, the angles are same. We are taking the ratio is, we are proving the ratio. Here the ratio is given, we are proving the angles. So just reverse of the previous theorem. Is it clear? Anyone having any doubts so far? So next one is theorem of intercepts. So we go through all these 4 theorems including corollary. After completion of the 5th theorem, then we will move to the numericals. After numericals, some more theorems we will discuss. So based on these 5 theorems, we are having a few numericals to discuss. So anyone having any doubts, please let me know. Otherwise, I will wind up the session. Please guys. Anyone having? Guys?
No doubt, sir.
No, sir.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt, sir.
We'll meet in next class. Bye everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.